Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips. Oh, yes. Crow tastes great today. What's up, Red Page? Woo! As Ric Flair would say, woo! Nobody saw it coming. Nobody saw it coming. That was great. That was a dominating game. Dominating game. Man, you know, this team, it'll make you go gray and then make you want to have babies all at the same time. Zach went to the game. Oh, sweet, man. Molly was asking me, says, hey, we got anybody in chat that's going to the game? I was like, I don't know. We didn't have a live stream Friday, so I wasn't able to ask anybody. Kate, what's up? Hey, Todd Bowles listened to our advice, man. He blitzed. Constantly. Yeah. Great game. Yes, Ric Flair is a Bucs fan, apparently. He was there, he was on top of the ship doing his woo. You were sitting next to Eagles fans, man. I loved the crowd shots of the Eagles fans. It was very pleasing to my eyes. I've known a lot of Eagles fans, and to be honest, I'm not friends with any of them. There's just something about Eagles people that I don't know if it attracts. I think it does. I think the Eagles attract that fan base. They're the worst fans in the league, if you ask me. There might be some good ones out there. I've never known one. That's how my beard went gray. Yes, watching the Buccaneers. Lots of gray in these beers. My daughter was so happy that the Buccaneers won. She was like, she went to bed last night. She was so tired. She didn't see the end of the game. She woke up the next day and she was like, you're in a good mood. They must have won. She don't like it. She don't like it when they lose. Daddy's in a bad mood. That's not exact. Yeah, that's like the what's up, Tom? That's not the Ric Flair I remember. Molly saw him. She was like, oh, he's looking rough, man. So yeah. That's what happens when you get old, I guess. He's been through some mess, though. That chant, that's great, man. That is great. I'd love to see the Buccaneer fans be more aggressive against their opponent fans. You know, we had a streak there where it was pretty bad. Lots of games where it was just the majority was the opposing team fans. And there was even video clips of this guy getting beat up by a girl out in front of the stadium one time. I was just like, man, Buck fans got to step it up, man. Mr. Bundy, the nerds are in town. Eagles fans and Cowboys fans deserve each other. Now, see, I know a lot of Cowboy fans, and I like all of them. But I get what you're saying. Cover Amon St. Brown now. I know, right? Start right today. Go to his house. Follow him out to the mailbox. Follow him to the daycare. Follow him wherever he goes. That's going to be the key. It's going to be the key to this game, man. I don't think we're going to be able to use the same game plan, and I know we're not going to. But really, you know, Goff beats us over the top. You know, he beats us with that speed, getting that ball out, and we've got to work it, man. Hopefully, we'll play my favorite coverage, too high, man coverage underneath. But I want to see us mix it up. You know, cover 3 quarters, boom, just and constantly shift it like Bowles does, so you don't know. It'll start off looking like cover 1 or 0 or cover 2, whatever, and then shift it around post snap. Zach, it wasn't that great, the crowd volume, but I think it was the broadcast didn't mic it up well enough. I didn't. They had some issues, you know, with their mic. They actually even went to a sideline reporter, and she was sitting there talking, and there was no volume. They went back, and they were kind of grousing about it all night, how the broadcast just wasn't all that great. But I don't think they had the volume up on the broadcast. But normally, I remember the days where they'd show the guys in the booth, and the cameras would be shaking because the stadium would just be going off, you know. David, what's up, man? We found a team worse than us at tackling. Yeah, I know, right? I couldn't believe it. I will say this. Eagles played a crap game all the way around. Their front four got some pressure starting in the second half. They ended up getting some sacks on us and stuff like that. Our offensive line did not play as bad as I expected them to play. They didn't play great, but we held them. I think the Eagles they just did not play a good game. Not to take away from the Bucs. I think we played a great game. We brought our A game. They brought their C+. And that just was not good enough to beat us. Yes, Goff is good versus the blitz. He gets that ball out quick. Blitzing him is not going to be like blitzing Hurts was. Hurts. Oh, you meant I was weak? Come on now. I was a great Ric Flair. I don't want to wake the baby up. That's my excuse. Yeah, Goff is not good when he gets hit, but he gets that ball out quick. They drowned out the booze in the Dallas game broadcast. What's up, Bill H? Yeah. The Dallas game broadcast was the same way. They were manipulating the sound, I felt like. Shame the rest of the team didn't come to play like the front four did. Tell you, that secondary was bad. That number 29 we talked about, he had some busted coverage. Matter of fact, he was the one, I'm pretty sure, on Godwin's touchdown, he was the one in coverage there. Avonte Maddox. But they just looked like garbage out there. They looked like they weren't even trying, man. They didn't want to be there. So I've got my new mouse hooked up, and when I hooked it up, it messed up my system that I got for changing the scenes changing all my webcam stuff. So that's not working, and the mouse makes a clicky noise that I can't stand. I hate that in mice. So I got to get a new mouse. This was just a spare one I had. Oh, Ilmex, whatever. It's got all the fancy stuff. I don't care for that. The other mouse I had 2 buttons. That's how I like them. Old school. Well, I was a linebacker covering Godwin to begin with. They ran a cover 0 on that play, and Baker changed it. He saw it, and basically told him just go out, just go to the Cadillac, and I'm going to chunk it. MK, what's going on? Did you go to the game, MK? It's hard to do, Tom. It's a lot harder than it seems like. Woo-hoo! Me and my daughter, y'all know that iPhone commercial with the light socket and it's singing? Me and my daughter practiced that for like an hour today, learning the lyrics to it. I don't know why I brought that up, but just funny. Because every time it comes on, we both start singing it. It's by Doughboy. Never heard of him. And the rest of the song stinks, but that clip is pretty good. Eagles fan threw popcorn at the Eagles coach while he's walking back to the locker room. I saw in the I think it was the ESPN reporter, whose name we shall not mention, had a clip of Sirianni walking back to the locker rooms, and he said, he shouted something out at the fans. I can't remember what it was, but it was you could tell he was very, very frustrated. Fans don't like him, man. All those Eagles fans want to get rid of him. He didn't play free safety at all. I don't know, man. We had, for our defense, Todd went all out. I mean, we had so many different configurations out there. And like I said, KJ Britt played the vast majority of the snaps. Matter of fact, I want to look that up right now. The snap count. That just shocked me, man. That just shocked me. KJ Britt, 56%. He played 56% of the defensive snaps. Devin White played 44%. That blew me away. But then Todd Bowles was asked about it in the post-game press conference, which blew me away. That shocked me that the media even asked question that wasn't about his feelings. And he said it was because they had a 6-man package, 6-man front. And KJ Britt is better at that. He actually said KJ Britt was a better downhill linebacker. He said it's the best downhill linebacker they got. And so when they went into 12 formation, 12 personnel, KJ Britt was going to be in there, and the Eagles ended up running it more than they expected. So KJ Britt ended up playing more than they expected. So I was fascinated. But we had so many looks out there, so many formations, so many personnel. Zion McCollum was all over the place. And then he didn't play only on defense. I'm looking to see his snap count. Where is it? Oh, here it is. He played 71% on specialty or on defense, and he played 52% on special teams. So you add that up, that's 57 snaps he took on 59 defensive plays. Well, he played almost a full defensive thing if you add in the special teams. So Zion McCollum was out there a lot, man. We had everybody everywhere. Everybody was everywhere. Cansey played great. What's up, Craig? Yes, let's get them likes up. Let's get them likes up. If you had Bucs 20 or 30, we're going to go through the predictions here in just a moment. I wanted to do it on a live stream. I put everybody's prediction down, all the people that commented, left me messages and stuff. I put them in, so they're at the bottom. Oh, yeah, 20. MK picked 1048. And I was like, man, that's pretty close. Double had 35-10, but he picked the Eagles. Al's going to be pretty close. Al might have it. So we'll look at that here in a second. If anybody. Inseparable. I know. I love it. It was a great commercial. Oh, Rampage. Yes, I've got that queued up. Dumbest question I think has ever been asked in a press conference. Safe to say White is gone? Yeah, I think that was a big, big tell. Yeah, hey, Lucas, what's up? Oh, yeah. You know, we never get. I remember when we won our first Super Bowl. Normally, after you win the Super Bowl, you get a bunch of primetime games. We didn't. And then when we won our last Super Bowl, normally you get the first game of the season usually, and they come to your house, and we had to travel. Like, man, and we had Tom Brady. Yeah, we never get any respect. You know, it's a small market. I mean, we're one of the smallest markets. So, you know, they're going to give all the attention to the big markets. And, you know, it makes sense. But when you talk about, you know, football analytics or analysis, you don't pay attention to that crap. Yeah, we're going to watch it here in a second. It was horrible. And Todd's response to it was perfect. McCollum caught him. Scott. Yes. Yeah. I'm back on the Bowles and Canales bandwagon. What's up, D? Oh, long time no see. You called the one Eagle touchdown at least? Yeah, you got that. Yeah, so David, you got the 10 points. Lawrence, I know, me too. You know, watching these games, you always expect the Bucs to just kind of mess it up somehow. We've seen it happen so many times. Yeah, reduce my light here. I should put some makeup on. But yeah, it was about the time we got that safety, which was a great play. Great play. That was Cansey. That did that. I mean, it was Nelson. Got to give him credit. But that was Cansey that flushed him out. Cansey played great. Todd Bowles and Baker and Canales will definitely be back. Unless Canales goes for a head coaching job, which would be a disaster, I think. And Baker's going to cost. Yep. I think he'd be happy with $25 million. I think he would be. You're right, Al. I don't know anybody that cares about Devin White staying. Joe, Victory Tuesday. What's up, man? Yeah, when Al was, I know Al was happy. He likes Dallas, man. He just likes to give them a hard time. Man, they got slaughtered. Green Bay. Fellas, we got a victory. We have a revenge tour coming up, man. Green Bay is the only one in the pack that we beat. So unless we end up playing Green Bay, let's get past Detroit first. The tush push, yes, Lucas. I was telling Molly, I was like, we got this. We're the only one that stopped their tush push. We could do it. I didn't really believe it. I was just saying it, and then we did it. But Britt should have got called for a penalty, and I thought they were going to. I saw it. I was like, oh no, but they didn't. That was blatant too, man. He didn't have to do it. He had Hurts by the helmet, was just yanking him. Victory Tuesday. Yeah, we got to be on the bandwagon at least till next year. Well, if they come out and get stomped at Detroit, it's like, which is a worry I have that, everybody's going to be comfortable now because they've beaten expectations. Everybody's job is safe and all that good stuff. They might not push it. And Detroit, they beat the Rams. That was a good game. That was the best game of the playoffs, I think. Most competitive. And they were physical. Right up there with the Rams, man. Yeah, Kate, if we beat the Lions and the Packers beat the 49ers, which, they beat Dallas, so it's possible, the NFC Championship will be at Raymond James Stadium. How crazy would that be? That would be so insane. That would be awesome. No, Canales is not ready yet. There's no doubt about it. But would he be able to turn it down? Say Tepper's going to throw huge money at him. Would he be able to turn it down, man? I don't know. Yeah, I'm eating crow about bowls. Yeah, that was a great game. Great game plan. They did all the stuff we saw. We sat here on all 22 and we were like this, that. We got a blitz. If we stop the run and make him throw, he's hurt. They don't have the receivers. We can win this game. Sure enough, man. Yeah, it'd be awesome if the Packers beat San Francisco and then we meet the Packers in the NFC Championship. Woo, the way we diced them up the first time, man. I don't think they're that good. I've been saying that all year, but they dominated Dallas. That was so wild. This was a crazy playoff weekend, man. I don't think I got a pick right. I did pick the Buccaneers, but I didn't think it was going to be, that much of a whooping. Yeah, but you still can't grab. What's up, Eddie? You still can't grab the helmet, right? I mean, that's still a penalty. But it would have been after the play. It would have been a turnover on downs, and we would have gotten. Obviously, that was a fourth. Yeah, that was a 2-point conversion. So it was after the play, so it would have been on the kickoff, which had been fine. The ref saved the Lions against the Rams. What happened there, Lucas? I know we had a couple of penalties that should have been called on us in this game. I don't think it would have saved the Eagles, but we had a few. Like I want Jamal Dean. He just ran slap dab into that receiver, man. That should have been a penalty. You studied Brent Coleman's video on the push? I'm going to have to go watch that. Yes, that's what I think too, Kate. If it comes down to that scenario where Green Bay's got to come to Tampa for the NFC Championship, I think we go to the Super Bowl. Yeah, play calling I thought was great. I was very impressed with Canales. The thing we started off And immediately it was quick pass, it was pass. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's not trying to balance. He's coming out attacking. And sure enough, man, I mean, the first 3 series, we drove it down the field and scored. And it was not conservative play calling. I loved it. Yeah, I don't think they're considering hiring Canales either, but you never know. Right. With Vrabel, Bill Belichick, Harbaugh, I mean, with these guys out there and Dan Quinn, like coaches are worried. Even coaches that think their job is in line, like Sirianni and stuff, coaches that are kind of mediocre or maybe have a little bit of a winning season, they're thinking, man, they might fire me for Bill Belichick. And I bet a lot of owners are out there. It's going to be a bidding war. Yeah, if anybody hires Canales, it's because they're bottom of the barrel. Yeah, I think we could stop them from running the ball. It's really Goff with that, that quick release and that speed at receiver, man. They're a physical team. Oh my gosh, all the drops. Joe, we left so much out there on that field. I counted 10 drops, but I count drops different than the official counting. I think they counted 4 or 5, but I had 10. And it was just bad. And 2 of them were touchdowns. And 1 of them probably would have been a touchdown. So we left a lot out there. Yeah, I don't think he should go, Kate. It's a distraction. You picked the Bucs? Yeah. I got you down for the Bucs. Or did you pick the Bucs for next week? Joe, you were at the game? Hey, Eddie, they've done. We had in the Rams game a couple years ago on a 4th down. Mike Evans caught the ball. No, gosh, what happened? It went through his hands and it hit the ground. And he got a Rams player launched and hit him in the helmet. Just launched. It hit him in the helmet. They threw the flag, but they gave the Rams the ball. So they said it was after the play. And the whistle was blown after the ball hit the ground. And the Rams player hit Mike Evans after the ball hit the ground. So he hit Mike Evans before the whistle was blown. But they said the play was dead. And so the penalty was on the Rams, but it was after the play. So they gave the Rams the ball, but they backed them up 15 yards. I was so pissed. I had never seen anything like that before. So refs do some crazy stuff, man. You know that. You were certain we were going to smoke the Eagles? Al don't like Brett Coleman. It could be, Kate. It could be the reason why they're just as a distraction. But I think they've got 12 head coaching candidates they've talked to already, or they're getting ready to talk to. Do we want the Falcons to take Belichick? I'm saying no, because I don't want to be wrong in that he's not that great of a coach anymore, anyhow. And I don't want to be proven wrong. I want him to stay away. Rampage don't like Brett Coleman either. Yeah, Scott, you are correct. Yeah, I thought it was a good called game on both sides of the ball. I mean, a lot of it had to do with the Eagles did not play well, but we beat a team that didn't play well. We beat them. We beat them good. That's what you got to do. Baker. I got a lot I could say about Baker. I like Baker. I don't like his foundation. I really hate the way he throws. I hate the way he runs. He's got a lot of positives, though. But, yeah, he will just chunk it sometimes, and you're like, that's a little too much on that there, buddy. Baker as comeback player of the year. That's interesting. That is interesting. I can see it. But Hammond's going to get it. I mean, that's just... They're going to give it to the Buccaneers quarterback or the guy that died on the field? No. Hammond's getting it. Why do you say that, Kate? Why do you think Belichick would be the worst pick the Falcons could go with? Yeah, Milo was asking me who went to the game, Joe, and I was like, man, I know we had somebody, and somebody was here. I can't remember who it was. Was it Zach? Look, I'm falling way behind in chat. Okay. It's a Brett Coleman video. Yeah, he said, MH. Hey, what's up, MH? He said he's going there this week to interview for the Panthers. I was like, hey, don't do that. Yeah, David. Yeah, the Zebras really screwed us in that game. Belichick to Falcons is a 3-ring circus. Yeah, they still need a quarterback. That's why I don't think Belichick's going to go somewhere where there's an established quarterback. That's why I like San Diego for Belichick. But he might get Garoppolo or somebody to come with him. Tom and Bill back together again. Amazement, what's up, man? Oh, I know. I barely got any sleep last night either. I ended up finishing my instant reaction video at 4 a.m. That's when I got it posted. Had all kinds of issues, man. A lot of it was my fault. But, by the time the game was over, I looked at the clock. I was like, man, it's going to be 1:30 before I get this done. I would have been happy to get it done at 1:30. Dick it to the Saints. Oh, man, what a disaster that was. Oh, gosh, I know, amazement. I tell you, I can't wait to look at the All-22 of him. He was dominating guys from what I saw. And then when Yaya got hurt, I was like, oh, no. He looked like he was going to be out for a while, but he came back pretty quick. And Tryon had some good plays. Oh, okay. Cousins. Yeah. If they get somebody like that, yeah. Belichick will definitely go there. That would be great, though, if it was just a total 3-ring circus. Dallas? You think Belichick will go to Dallas? I just couldn't see him being under Jerry Jones. Joe was exhausted after the game. Didn't even go to the stadium. He was tired. I think we all were, man. I was just leading up to the game. I was just sitting there, And then once the game started, I loosened up a bit, and it was tense, man. It was tense. Even when we got up, I was like, man, they could come back. We could implode. Blues Miller, what's up, man? Yeah, Belichick. Or Harbaugh. I could see Harbaugh going there, too. Bill and Jerry are friends? Did not know that, MH. Yeah, Molly was telling me about that the Zion brothers swapped jerseys. She was like, man, they look exactly alike, kind of like the Barber brothers. She said the McCollum on the Eagles is shorter than Zion. Is AFC West tough anymore? Good question. We'll see. Oh, man. Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, let's look at this real quick. This is probably the dumbest question I've ever heard a media, and that's saying something. Dumbest question media has ever asked, and Todd Bowles' reaction to this was just great. I loved it. I don't have my things set up. It's annoying. I've got to actually click on stuff. Can't just press a button. All right, here we go.
Coach, looking forward towards Detroit. The weather has been a factor in some of the playoff games, even for the most prepared teams. Today, it's 13 in Detroit, which doesn't compare to some of the temperatures we tend to drop to. Any special plans to acclimate the team to not only endure but perform in those kind of frigid temperatures should you face them in Detroit?
You do know we play indoors, right? And they got a dome. No, nothing planned. We're indoors, and we only have to be outside for 20 seconds getting off the bus going under the thing, so we'll be okay.
It's a lot of... Oh, my God. Oh, I had to rewind that like 5 times and listen to it. I was like, you got to be joking me. Oh, I don't know who that was that asked that question, but she had to have been embarrassed. And I wonder if all the rest of the media was looking at her like, you are not asking him if he's preparing for weather in a domed stadium. And he said, no, we're not prepared for the weather because, going from the bus to the locker rooms is like 20 seconds. I know that, right, Paige? That's what Molly said. That was Molly's first thing. Oh, my gosh. We're scarier than the Chiefs. Yeah, right. Yep, we are right now for show. For show. Chiefs, I think they're going to lose at Buffalo. There's a large possibility, man. I agree with you, David. He's actually gotten better with his hit or misses. He used to be 50-50. Now he's about 75-25. But Todd Bowles likes him. And he was all over the field, man. He played, I think, every position other than defensive lineman. Yeah, I don't know who that was, Al. I laughed so hard. When she was asking the question, I was like, where's she going with this? I did not think she was going to be like, are you preparing for the weather? And then Todd Bowles just started cracking up. He's like, you do know we're playing in a dome, right? Oh, that's good stuff, man. How do these people, and they make decent money, they make a living. Easiest job in the world, besides a weatherman. I think a weatherman's the easiest job in the world. I've always said, if I could have a job where you just didn't really do anything as a weatherman, I would every day. I'd be out there, 50% chance of rain. Yeah, his eyes, he couldn't believe she was asking it either. Now, hey, what's up, Black Crow, Volume 2. There, we're going to have a Black Crow. Did they have a Black Crow too? No, that was not Jen. Dumbest question ever, I know. She felt so bad. Jenna was patting her on the back. Good question. You go, girl. You slay, queen. If the Rams had won, the game would be at Ray J again this week. Oh, man. But we'd have to play the Rams. Didn't want to do that. But I would have preferred to have the game at Ray J. Ooh. I'm like crying. Love it. Altitude would have made more sense. That was a reporter from the Weather Channel. Oh. Okay, you going to Arizona this weekend? Sweet. You may or may not be here on Friday. Yeah, I haven't had a live stream on Friday past 2 weeks. Feels weird. There was a lot of questions about how he feels in this press conference. I just rolled my eyes with that mess. He laid Julio out. Yeah, when Julio Jones, at first, me and Molly thought his jersey number was 00, but it was an 8. It had a little itty bitty line, and it might have been creased there. But anyhow, when he was out there and started catching the balls, I was like, oh, no, we cannot have Julio Jones tear us up. And then he got taken out. I was like, okay, I feel better now. That was McCullum that slammed him, huh? She probably thought the game was going to be in the parking lot. Yeah, I know. Hard to believe this is Mahomes' first playoff game. Like, what? Yeah, I know, David. That's what I'm saying, man. It's just... But, you think that, then maybe the audience is just, they like that stuff, The Crow. Yeah, The Crow. The Crow. The movie The Crow. That's what I was thinking. What did I say? Black Crow? Yeah. Kate forgot they have a dome too. Well, you haven't been following football. I mean, it's not your job either. Right? I mean, you're kind of a new football fan. Yeah, and that was like a little over halfway through the presser, so she had to sit there for another 5 minutes. Jen is going to get picked up as the head coach of the Falcons. That would be I would root for that. I really, really would. Yes. The Bulls loves those versatile guys, man. Loves them. And it confused me. I was sitting there watching his defense, and I'm like, I have no idea what they're doing right now. I have no idea. Of course, I say that a lot with Bulls' defense. Probably 30% of the time, I'm like, I have no idea what this is. But in this game, it was like crazy how much he shifted stuff around. Personnel groupings, I was like, whoa. Oh, they're finally having it, MK? Why did it take them so long? I was going to ask if you're going to see your grandma or something, but wow, that's quite a while. They wear pads, right? No, I did not know that, Mr. Lowe, that Belichick interview with the Falcons. Dylan, what's up? Victory Tuesday. Yes. Kate, I 100% agree with you. I can't stand domes. It's football should be played in the rain, the mud, the snow, the sleet, not in the air conditioning. Craig wants the Bill Belichick at the Falcons too. The thing I'm just scared about is that he might be a coaching genius to go in there and turn things around and just be a thorn in our side for the next 5 years or whatever. Oh, when Leftwich had the interview with the Jags. Yeah. It's so weird. I haven't heard a thing about him. That's how it was, MK. That's how it was with Danny's granddad, too. Took a few months. It was during the 2020 mess, but I think it was 5 months. It was a while. Sorry to hear about your aunt, man. How's she doing with that? Yeah, we ain't scared of no Super Bowl winning coaches. The interview with Belichick was short. He'd bore you to death. Unless you were talking about long snappers. It'll talk your ear off. Yeah, that's the thing about Atlanta. I don't know how I feel about the Arthur Smith firing because I think he was building something over there unique. That's out the window now, though. Yeah, right. Green Bay gets to play the 49ers. We don't have to. Yeah, and they might win. They went to Dallas and just curb stomped them. So the 49ers are not the Dallas, of course, but oh, man. Yeah, amazement. I was over the moon. We talked about it quite a bit here on the live stream about that tush push and how to stop it and everything. And when we set up to do it, I was telling Molly right beforehand, I was like, we're the only team that stopped them. We could do it. I didn't really think we could do it, but I was doing that positive affirmation, think positively. And then we stopped them, and I was just like, yes. But I was worried they were going to throw that flag on KJ Britt for grabbing Hurts' helmet. I'd like to see Bill stay in the AFC East. I think that'd be funny if he went to, I don't know, who's looking for coaching over there. Bills are good. Miami's good. Who's the fourth team? I can't even think of who the fourth team is. It's bad. That's what happens when you get old people. Don't get old. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Wee beep beep. I got distracted. Okay. Oh, the Jets. That would be hilarious. Woo. Did he already coach for them for a full 6 hours? Yeah, Britt sold out on that tush push, man. Yeah, I think he's definitely going to grab McDaniels. Belichick is. It's really, nobody else wants McDaniels, I don't think. But him and McDaniels work together great. I think Vrabel's going to get a head coaching job. Tito's, long time no see. The kicker needs a game ball. Yeah. He is so good at 50-plus yards. Bam, 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 bam. To get them likes up. Don't make MK have to come to your house and make you press that like button. Yeah, and plus Vrabel, he's a physical coach. He's about physicality and fundamentals first, blocking and tackling. Not much of a clipboard guy. Those kind of coaches are the ones that scare me. I know, Al. It's like there's so many talented coaches out there. It's like every coaching job is a little shaky right now because, I mean, you would fire a coach that went 8-8 or even 9 and what? No, 8-8. That's not even a thing anymore, is it? Anyhow, if you were 0.667 and Bill Belichick comes, you might lose your job. You'd have a winning record. You might lose your job to Bill Belichick. If the Bills lose to the Chiefs, I think it's going to be really tough for Kansas City. Oh, that's a good point there, Amazement. LaFleur knows Shanahan from the Atlanta days and knows that offense. Interesting. Yeah, McDaniel seems to be a pretty good offensive coordinator. I liked a lot of the stuff he did offensively, but as a head coach, I think he's just a crap person. So it's now the tush smush. I like that one. I love science. Science. I love knowledge. How about that? Science sometimes can get in the way of knowledge. Oh yeah, Rashad played great. Great. I'm loving his attitude too. He's getting in everybody's face. He's running hard. He's running guys over. Yeah, Greg Gaines went to the ground immediately. Went up under Kelsey, right? Harbaugh scares me. Both of them. 9-7 back in the day, yeah. Yeah, what is it now? 9-8? 8-9? You can't have a 50% record, right? You're either 9-8 or 8-9. I did not know, D, that Belichick and Jerry Jones were friends. That changes things. I didn't know that. Bill to Tampa? No. We're keeping Bowles. We're stuck with Bowles for years. Unless, of course, team implodes. Vrabel get Arthur Schmick back with him. Well, we got 31 views. Got 77 views. 32 current viewers. Okay. These stats, though, man, I never trust them. 17 likes. Y'all better press some like buttons. Press all the like buttons. Vrabel hasn't had any interviews? No one wants to see Taylor Swift raise the Lombardi. That's hilarious. You guys crack me up. It's a good point now. I think Vrabel and Seattle would be a good matchup. Yes, we looked very much more physical in this game. It was one of the things I was worried about. Because we didn't look that physical against the Saints. Against the Panthers, to be honest, man, I think that the Panthers coaching staff approached Bowles before the game or at some point during the week and was like, hey, we're not gonna try. We're just gonna do vanilla runs. You don't have to design a game plan or whatever. Because That was I have never seen Bowles call like that. So I was worried going into this game we were going to be too soft from having 2 flat games. You could be 8-1. Okay, there's that. Yeah. Would you consider Harbaugh having failed in the NFL? I mean, he did go to the Super Bowl. I think he wasn't the personnel manager he needed to be with San Francisco. Right, yes, Craig. I was so worried in that second half when their front four started getting that pressure. I was like, oh no. We are going to implode. Bowles could be our first franchise coach. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Have him for 20 years or 10. What's the longest we ever had a coach? 6? Gruden? I don't know. I'm going to look that up real quick. 25 for 6 to 4. Let me see. Okay. John Gruden is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. John McKay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. John McKay. So Todd Bowles for the next 8 years to break that record. Kate knew it right away. Look at that. Kate's like a new fan as she knows it better. Yeah, that defense definitely had a game plan last night. Yes. And I hope he does something similar for the Detroit Lions. I want to go back and watch our all-22 analysis of the Detroit Lions and our summary. I don't think I have. Let's see if I can find notes on that. I was really horrible about keeping notes this year. Nope. Tell you what, it does feel good beating the Eagles, though. I am not going to lie about that. Don't like their fans. Don't like, they knocked us out of the playoffs in the early 2000s twice, back to back. Disliked them ever since, man. I'm not going to go through my notes. I'll do that at some other time. Well, we got to figure out who won the score prediction. Ba 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 ba. Talking about eyes, that's so funny. Me and my daughter have been on this eye kick lately. About, being on the computer and tablets and phones and not getting enough outdoor long distance viewing. I was the same way, Al, except I was in my 40s. I've always had very good eyesight. And I was in my 40s. And it was just so coincidence that I was playing Call of Duty like 10 hours a day. And then my eyes started going bad. And I was like, oh, no, it's from playing video games. But it wasn't. It's just age. Bowles used the entire cheerleading staff to blitz. True story. Hey, we got a couple guys on that cheerleading staff that can play football. I don't know, Joe, Goff will get that ball off quick. I don't think blitzing Goff is going to be. If we blitz Goff, it's to get to Goff. Not to pressure him. He can handle the pressure a lot better than Hurts can. Yes, Craig. That's all I love, man. We came out firing. We were slinging it. Not playing vanilla at all on offense or defense. Yeah, I had to start wearing reading glasses probably 5, 6 years ago. I've never had to wear glasses at all, ever. Been very fortunate health-wise and vision-wise. And it's like, they're like +1. It's not a whole lot. But you get something close to me, I'm doing that old man stuff where I'm like, hold it out here. My daughter's always like, here, look at this. And she holds it right here. I'm like, ugh. Yeah, that safety was with only the front four. I think so. Yeah, Cansey just whooped his guy, whooped him. But then Cansey fell down. He almost had the sack, and then he fell down. But he flushed Hurts right out into Nelson. And Nelson did a good job. He did a spin to get out of his block. Oh, man. Bucs had the second most playoff wins in the NFL since 2020. Did not know that. That's awesome, man. We got a long way to go, though, before we're not the worst record in the sports world. I agree with you, Amazement. A lot of people don't like Arians. I love him. He was on. Did y'all see him on the Manning cast? He's great. Yeah. Baker's got 2 playoff wins, which is the same number of playoff wins as Dak. Dak Failcott. Watson needs a massage. 45 years old. Yep. I guess that's about the time, man. Vision starts to go. He's got more than Lamar Jackson. That's insane. Oh, the cheerleading dudes? Yeah. Yeah. Man, it's a new world. But they never show the cheerleaders anyhow. Kate, that's a good thing. Yeah, we'll just rub it in everybody's face. Yeah, we got the worst record in sports and 10 Super Bowls. Yeah. Well, the perpetual underdogs, man. Yeah, if our defense plays physical football, we're very, very, very hard to beat. It's when we come out there with no energy and start missing tackles, kind of like the Eagles did. Show me on the doll what Dak did to you. Rampage, Molly has had bad vision her whole life, and she got LASIK surgery probably about 6 years ago. And I went in there with her, and, LASIK surgery is sold as, we just kind of skim, we reshape your eyeball with a little laser, Yeah, no. Matter of fact, me and my daughter watched the video today because they videotaped the whole procedure. And I'm standing outside. I could see her on the table getting it done, but they also had a monitor so I could actually see what they were seeing. And I was just like, and to this day, Molly won't watch it because, they like slice and dice and cut and shear with picks. And I was just like, I had no idea they were going to go do all this. And Molly swears to this day, if she would have known all that, she wouldn't have done it. But she doesn't wear glasses anymore. Her vision was like great now. I think she always had bad eyesight. I always say that, you know. All the girls I ever dated had bad eyesight. It's like, I was like, I don't know if I want you to get your eyesight corrected. You might go, what? Bucs are the BBB, Baker Barrett Bowls. Bring your team and get your rating. I like that. We'll give you the stamp of disapproval. Kate, that's great. I was talking to my daughter last night about all the teams that haven't won a Super Bowl, talking about how hard it is to win a Super Bowl. I was like, the Buccaneers have been around for almost 50 years, and we've only won 2. And I was like, there's a lot of teams been around a lot longer. They ain't won any. Poor Bills fans, though, man. That 4 years, that'll never happen again. Never happen again. That's hilarious, though. We're the worst. We got 2 Super Bowls. Also, you got Craig. You got to wear glasses and then take them off to do up close. Can you do LASIK surgery at an older age? I don't know. Can they get like glasses that are split? I am ophthalmologically stupid. Oh, that's a good question, man. I tell you what, I'd have to say Love, only because I didn't think he was going to do it. Stroud, he played like Stroud. I think Love kind of stepped it up. I think Dallas's defense had major issues too, though. Stroud's a good quarterback. He's very decisive. Got a lot of poise. Yeah, as far as playoff debuts, though, I expected Stroud to play good. I thought Love was going to get stomped. I still don't think he's that good. I don't think Green Bay's that good, but we shall see. Double, what's up, man? Oh yeah, Baker Mayfield sucks. That's a good point, Double. Yeah, that's a real good point. We should all just start trashing him. Everybody loves that McCullum tackle. Tackling like Levante. That's high praise right there. Craig, if it wasn't for the receivers being awesome. Yeah. Oh, so you can get it done up into your 60s, huh? Yeah, that's crazy. Just don't watch it. Especially if you're squeamish. I'm not. But it's intense. Eyeballs, man. The 2 worst pains I've broken bones, had kidney stones. I've had some pain, near-death experiences quite a few times, but the single most painful thing, like in the moment, pain, is the eyes. I had gasoline get in my eye one time. I was siphoning and pulled the hose out of the spout and it flipped up. Got gasoline in my eyes. Woo! Man, did that burn. And then another time, I got into a fight and a guy hit me from behind with a belt. He had it wrapped around his hand and the belt buckle was hanging off. And he came from behind and hit me, and that belt buckle came around, whack, hit me right there. I was blind for about 2 weeks, and I literally could not move my eye in any direction without throwing up. So I had to lay in bed for 2 weeks in total misery. I mean, I couldn't move. Anytime my eye moved, it was crazy. I also was playing football back in high school. And it was backyard football, and I got kneed in the side of the head, and my eye filled up with blood. It was the coolest thing in the world. It didn't hurt. It just filled up with blood, the whites of my eye. And I worked at a grocery store, and I would sit there. I was a bag boy, and I would, back when they had bag boys, and I'd bag people's groceries, and they were on this side, and I'd turn around and look at them when they'd say something, and they'd be like, holy, because it was so cool looking. It was red and brown. But yeah, the eyes, man, oof, pain in the eyeball. Now, kidney stones, they hurt. That was months of suffering. I wouldn't wish kidney stones on my worst enemy, but that's not true. I would very much wish kidney stones on my worst enemy, but they hurt. Very painful. Oh, yeah, that Rondé Barber one where he was drinking the bourbon or whatever it was. Brandy, maybe. That was cool. They did a good job with that. No, Kate, I didn't see that. Kate O'Keefe sharing Tampa's team bonding secrets. I'll have to check that out. I'll do it right now. See if I'm logged into Instagram. Okay, you said you tried to send me a message on Instagram the other day, and I never got it. Okay. Searching for O'Keefe. Luke Gedeke, dinner with a view with his wife. Yeah. That's Luke Gedeke and his wife. I don't even know where their hands are at. They're very happy today, apparently. All right. Oh, the voting ballots aren't open yet for Comeback Player of the Year, or aren't open still? I'm so far behind the chat. Let me catch up. I'm going to find that, Kate, if he hasn't deleted it. What's up, Dub? Oh, Des Bryant. Yeah, he dropped a lot of passes in his older days. Amazing. Not only did they have bad eyesight, they had low standards. I tell you, one of the worst things that ever happened. Broke up with this girl, we were talking about it. And she said, she wasn't trying to be mean or anything. She said she dated me. One of the reasons why she dated me was because she didn't think I would expect a lot out of her, which basically was she had, like, I wasn't, gosh, I wish I could remember how she phrased it. But the point of it is that I didn't deserve to expect a lot. I was like, that's a weird thing to say to somebody. Yeah, Craig, yeah, it was a little intense, that surgery, man. I didn't think it was going to be all that. I mean, I don't want to explain it because I know some people are squeamish about stuff like that, but Molly to this day refuses to watch it. Yeah, the locker room celebration was pretty funny. When Cody Mock got up there and, as usual, messed up, and everybody started laughing at him. Tom, Bucs fan, what's up? Tampa with 12 wins. New Orleans and Atlanta with 10. Carolina with 9. Is that total since the NFC South has been around? We dominate the NFC South. Let's give it up for our boys. You don't want knee eyes a bag boy. Yeah. It was so weird because it didn't even hurt. I got hit right here, full head on knee, bam. And I don't know what happened, but the whites of my eyes filled up with blood, and I didn't even know it until the guys I was playing with were like, dude, you need to go get your eye checked out. It looks really weird. And it cleared up in about 3 days. To this day, I have no idea what it was. What did Jordan Love's stats? Oh, it's one of those things, Kate. I'll be careful. I know, MH. I'm like the only person I know that I'm just like, yeah, I don't think Jordan Love's that great. Just not impressed with him. I'm the only one I know. So Luke was eating glass for dinner. That's funny. I'm looking at the tables. That would be funny if there was like a broken glass sitting at the table with a mouth mark taken out. I didn't know that the whole ESPN broadcast took the Bucs to win. So no, it didn't make me nervous. It would have if I would have been watching it though. Oh, total wins as a franchise, so not just since NFC South. I'll take that too, though. We are the best team. I'm still trying to find it, Tom. I got to be careful though. Kate says it might not be good for consumption. Flair either. Woo! My Ric Flair impression. Yeah, Al did an essay. He had no doubt the Bucs were going to win. Yeah, apparently it was harmless because it never affected my vision. My eye could still move around. I didn't even feel it. It went away after a couple of days. Okay. Hey, I'll take it, Tom Bucs fan. Anything that says we're winners, I'm good with it. Oh, no, Kate. Is that what he said? Is it still up? Falcons, man, so we're the only, okay, Carolina is positive in the playoffs too, okay. Wrong hole? Oh my gosh. All right, I'm looking at it. I got to find it. I know I follow him, but it'd be easier to just search for it. Do. How about Payne Durham with that catch? That was great. I like him, man. I like Payne Durham. Major Payne. There's a monster in your closet. He's dead now. I'm looking at his story. It's the first thing that popped up here. A goon session. Whatever. Ah. I really like Rachaad White as a football player and as a person. Okay, here we go. Do 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 do. Is it the goon session? And O'Keefe is a Viking-looking dude, man. Oh, I'm not following him. I am now. Yaya Diaby, I'm not following him either. But all these people I'm not following. How is that possible? Cam Gill? Man, I gotta go through my Instagram. The goon session. 3 hours of goon session. Hold on. Kate, I didn't know what that meant. I just looked it up in the Urban Dictionary. Here's even AI just popped up and said, "We do not know what you mean." That is Kellen Winslow Jr. Kellen Winslow Jr. loved the goon sessions. And he did it. He did it in the locker room and on the airplanes and stuff. To pleasure yourself addictively, obsessively, and with no control over yourself. A person who goons is a gooner. Reddit is filled with gooners who spend long hours daily gooning to porn and getting nothing else done. And then he goes and posts. Okay, so now we know what gooning is. And here's what O'Keefe says. He says, "You're telling me I get to have another 3-hour goon session with the boys?" and look at his face. It's so, you got to be so careful what you say anymore. It's like, I'm always fascinated by how the etymology of words and how they change and come up, and, it's just weird. But when I was growing up, I had an uncle, and his name was Richard, and his nickname was Dick. So we called him Uncle Dick. I had there was a teacher in the school next to us who, he had a brother named, their last name was Dick, and his name was Harry, and his brother's name was, oh gosh. Anyhow, back then, that phrase was not slang for the male penis. And when it became one, like, all these people who had that name were like, what the? It's kind of like the name Karen now. Nobody's naming their kid Karen anymore. But how horrible would that be to name your kid something and then it turn out to be like a sexual slang term 10, 15 years later? That's hilarious. You got to be careful what you say, man. O'Keefe went to Minnesota. Doogie. Yeah, amazement. Yeah. They never give Bucs credit. Ever. I mean, when we won our first Super Bowl, it wasn't because the Bucs were good in the defense. It was because John Gruden knew the playbook, right? When we won against the Kansas City Chiefs, it wasn't that we were good. It was that Kansas City's offensive line was injured. You know, that's how it's always been, always. And it will always be, and I guess we just got to embrace it. It's kind of like how Baker Mayfield is, you know. He doesn't want things to go well. He doesn't want people to believe in him. He wants to be the underdog with the chip on his shoulder. The team building exercise. But no, I think the Bucs played a great game. I mean, they executed a very, very good game plan on both sides of the ball. And if our receivers could have caught the ball, we would have had two more touchdowns minimum. Most likely 3. That's how we get the offensive line on the same page. They go gooning. That's in your search history, Craig. It's on your permanent record. You're on a list. GOAT was a word of derision. Now it's an honor. I didn't know that. I guess. Yeah, I remember GOAT becoming a sports term probably about a decade ago. Was when I first started really hearing it. I had to look it up. I was like, and even for a few years, I had to go, why do they keep calling that guy a GOAT? All the Eagles fans got kidney stones. We don't need to curse them with kidney stones. They just got cursed with the Buccaneers. You know, we haven't lost to them in the playoffs. I looked it up. It was 22 years. Last time we lost to them was in 2001. So it's 3 times in those 22 years. Beat them every time. Send them home. I love it. You name your kid Whack Off. Yeah. That principal, he was a teacher in the school. One of them was not the principal, he was I think a math teacher. Another one was a gym teacher. And it was Harry and something else, but it was so funny. I mean, the term might have been used as slang, but it wasn't popular when I was growing up. And then it got popular. And those people, that's just horrible. Hi, my name is Harry. Oh, I still say it, Al. I say it all the time. You know, it's just, I mean, what can you do? Especially I just, like, man, I'm not gonna be changing my vocabulary my whole life. Yeah, too old. Don't want to do it. And it's never gonna stop. If it's not that term, it's another term and another term, and it's just like, man, don't get it. Yeah, what was up with that collapse with the Eagles, man? I mean, they go from 10-1 and then lose like 5 out of 6. It just looked like crap doing it. It's not like they were legitimately coming up against teams playing hard and just getting beat. They just looked like crap. And when I think the Giants were up 27-0 week 17 at one point. We watched all 22. And it was just like, man, they're playing bad football. We watched half the game, and I was like, I've seen enough. Craig reported Al's post to the PC police. LL Cool J came up with GOAT. When did he do that, Double? Do you remember? Do you know? Got an approximate date? Bill Buckner was a GOAT. That's funny. Wouldn't that be funny if you got called a GOAT back in the day when it was a bad term and you like kept it? Like if it was in a newspaper article or something, you kept it and now you could show it to people and they'd be like, oh, you were the GOAT? Be like, yeah, says it right here, New York Times, GOAT. Be like, wow, that's impressive, man. Right, that's how I feel, Rampage. Yes, 100%. Super Bowl hangover? It's possible. So I'm saying, man, I'd rather not go than go and lose. Because teams just don't seem to fare well. Yeah, Craig, right. Yeah, I try not to be a complete jerk off about it, but, you know, it'd be different if I felt it mattered and that it wasn't going to change, you know, in 5 years to something else that you can't, you know, it's like saying moron. They actually invented a word to not offend people, and still people got offended by it. You're like, you can't keep up with it. And what good does it do? I don't know. Yep, I'm the same way, Scott. Well, yeah. I mean, I had a bunch of friends who were LGBT, and they said that term more than anybody I've ever met, in a derogatory sense, all the time. It was just like, they would get mad at me when I wouldn't say it. And it wasn't against people either. It was like anything, you know, that car, that show, you know, anything. It was just, they were actually the first people I remember saying it, you know, like that. It was like a slang. Me, man, oh God, amazement. I honestly don't know. You know, I mean, we're still going to be up against it next year, salary cap wise. You know, with Greenberg looking to go to Carolina, I don't know what we're going to do. Me, you know, I think Baker. I honestly think he'll be happy with a $25 million a year contract. Whether we can afford it or not, I don't know. Winfield Jr., I think he wants to stay. Mike, I don't know. I don't know. We got a lot of decisions to make this off season. Me, I want to keep them all except Devin. Don't really care. In '98, I don't remember it being used back then. I guess it took a while for it to catch on in the broad culture. GOAT. Yeah, right. Exactly, Craig. Yeah, sticks and stones. Yep. There's a great book called The Coddling of the American Mind by Jonathan Haidt. It's a great book. It really breaks it down, and it's really good at how we've gone into this nurturing society. It's protectionism, safetyism. You know, we're like everybody is just scared of everything. And he's got all these stats about how the youths nowadays do not do anything dangerous. They don't even want their driver's license. They don't want to drive. They don't go on dates. They don't drink. They don't smoke. They rarely leave the house, and, most of them don't even have a job until they get out of college, so they're just, and a lot of them are never in a position where they don't have adult supervision. Like their whole lives, they've had adult supervision. So, it's the coddling of the American mind. It's a really great book. He's a college professor. I can't remember where. I want to say Stanford, but it's a pretty good book. He broke it down to where you go, okay, well, that makes sense now. Why everybody is the way we are. Yeah, it probably was wrong. What's up, Pat? That would make sense. Can anybody identify alcohol by looking at it? And what's the difference between whiskey and bourbon? Whiskey is the American version of bourbon, right? Is that how it goes? But can you look at bourbon and rum and tell the difference just by looking at it? I don't think I could. I wonder if anybody can. Tag Winfield, man. I think we got to get a contract with him. Yeah, if we go to the NFC South Championship, Baker keeps playing like this, he's going to ask for a lot of money probably. I don't know, though, man. He just seems like, I don't know the guy at all, but it seems like he wants to be in a team and just be a leader. He's not in it for the money. It could be a facade, though. Don't know. I am so far behind in chat. Yeah, South Park's really good at breaking down cultural memes and stuff. Yeah, maybe tag him just till we can work something out. Yeah. $47 million in free space. That's not a whole lot. Yeah, David. Yeah. It used to be an endearing term for good times and feeling happy. It's so weird how the vernacular changes, ain't it? If he has drops in the Detroit game. Yeah, he did not look good yesterday. And he does that. It seems like he has 2 or 3 games a year where he just gets the oopsies. You could very easily make a low light video of Mike Evans, throughout his career that would make people go, oh gosh, this guy sucks. Maybe we should do it as Bucs fans and put it out there so no other team will want him. People seem to be impressed by stuff like that. Oh, I loved Mad TV and Live in Color. Yeah, no, neither one of those shows could make it. For sure. For sure. Mad TV was the best. Man. Michael Jordan. Was that when Michael Jordan was still playing? That's the first time you heard GOAT as a compliment? So that would have been the 90s. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to. It all depends on if Evans is trying for the big money contract like it seemed like he was doing this year. Yeah, we can't tag Mayfield. That was loud. Scared me. Welcome, Zach. Yes, no adversity to deal with in life. Molly's a big. She talks about that all the time. You know, she believes that if you don't have trouble in your life, you're going to make it. You know, and it makes sense. Bourbon is American. Okay, so whiskey. So bourbon is the American version of whiskey. Okay. A 1-year deal to make sure Baker's the guy. I really feel like Baker just wants a place to call home. Oh, they're interchangeable. Whiskey is just a broader term. Man, this is how far back in chat I am. I'm still talking about whiskeys that I brought up 15 minutes ago. I'm reading everybody's chat, just not going to comment on it. Kate, you're out? Good night. Oh, that Evans drop in Carolina, yes. Oh, that was the worst. But then next time we played them, he had 3 huge bombs for touchdowns. So, yeah, hopefully we could do something to re-sign everybody, make everybody happy next year, man. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Bowles has planned here. I think he did a great job with Philadelphia. But, you know, Detroit, totally different beast offensively. And, you know, I think we got to play totally different. I think the blitz is going to be something we do very sparingly at key times with the sole intent of a sack. You know, you can't pressure Goff like you can Hurts and expect him to mess up. So if we blitz like we did against the Eagles, Goff will tear us up, I think. Tom Bucs fan, it's 2 times. I've never heard the term GOAT used in a positive sense. I want to say until 2010s. Hey, that's got to be it. So I must have been way out of the loop. Yeah, we're going to have a much harder time with the Lions. And plus, they're a lot more physical than Philadelphia was. Lions are going to be out there trying to bloody some noses. They are all whiskey. Okay, so bourbon is from Kentucky. Got 3 different versions of what's what here. Only 2 division losses this year. Yeah, I saw that in the stats. Saints had the exact same stats we did, though. They only had 2 division losses. You know, they got to be hating it. They're like, we got the same record. We should be in the playoffs. Yeah, I'm worried about the Lions, too. Honestly, right now, I don't think we can win. I think, you know, Philadelphia, you know, they're on a spiral downward. And, you know, that between the injuries and whatever's going on over there, that really helped us out. We don't have that with Detroit. Detroit, they play good football. They got all the players playing. And everybody seems united. And like I said, they're very physical. So now, see, yeah, I think Michael Jordan was the GOAT in basketball. Bird was a close second. Mainly because of his trash talking. Best trash talker the NBA's ever seen. We owe the Lions one. Yeah, this is our revenge tour, man. We're taking them out. We're hunting them down. Taking them out. That's why I want the Packers to win against the 49ers and us to beat Detroit so we get the NFC Championship at Raymond James Stadium. Aging and ingredients is the difference between bourbon and whiskey. Another argument I like to get people started with is, what's the difference between a fruit and a vegetable? Nobody knows. I mean, not that people don't know, but even science will debate. You thought you were a Bucs fan. Nope. Tom came in and took your title. I got to start calling you Romeo. $1999-2000. So it took about a decade for it to dribble to me. Detroit no running this time? You saying they're not going to be able to run us? I think we shut down their run game last time, didn't we? We did a pretty decent job with it. That's true, Double. We sometimes we'll have our therapy sessions, sit around and talk about how to get over anger and breakups and stuff like that. It's fun. I love it. You guys are great, man. Right, yeah. Detroit loves their coach. I love their coach. I think a lot of people around the NFL love their coach. Eagles, not so much. I don't like anything that comes out of Philadelphia, I think they need to take the Liberty Bell and move it to, I don't know, Florida, Tampa. Yeah, got to do better against St. Brown. That's why I want good deep coverage on this game. Cover 2, quarters, cover 3. Mix it up, show looks, change it up. Seeds, right? That's what they say. What seeds are on the outside? Something, but then you got different. It's one of my favorite things to get people talking about, Al. It's the difference between a fruit and a vegetable. There's lots of rules with the bourbon and stuff. We have not hit 30 likes yet. All right, okay. I'm going to start sending you to people's houses, forcing them. We got 26 right now. I wonder what the most is that we've ever got in a live stream. I'm so used to calling you Tom now. I can call you Romeo. I'll be you Juliet. I'm sure you've never heard that before, right? I know, right? Wouldn't it be crazy? Double? I think it'd be awesome. It'd be a story for the ages right there. I'm with you, Zach. I didn't think Baker Mayfield was. I didn't think he was going to last. I thought probably 6 games in, we'd be looking at Trask. Proved me wrong, though. I ain't mad. I don't mind being wrong. Fruit seeds are internal, except strawberries. Is strawberry a vegetable? They got Gibbs more touches nowadays. Yeah, I'm sure they're probably a different team, but not. I don't think they've changed that much, have they? I saw Gibbs. Gibbs was tearing the Rams up. That is the run killer. Yes, he is fantastic at the run. If only he had longer arms. He's got the little dinosaur arms. I love me some Vita, though. Goff needs some pressure in his life. If we hit him a couple times, that's a different story. If you can get to him, that's a different story. Then those rushes start to matter, those blitzes. But you got to get to him. The 0-2 Barber game, yes. Best play in Buccaneers history. That was, I remember exactly where I was at, what I was doing, how I reacted, how I felt, everything in that. It's like, people always talk about you knew where you're at during the JFK shooting or 9/11 or those type of events. But that Rondé Barber interception, pick six, is probably one of the most, if not the most, implanted memories in my brain. And I'll never forget, as he was running back, everybody's cheering. We're all like, ah. And it was almost like we all just at the same time just kind of stopped and went and looked at each other and went, we're going to the Super Bowl. It was so crazy. Look, I got chills right now. I love it. Yep, Craig, I'm the same way. Was not a big fan of Bowles, but got to give him credit, man. Detroit killed us in the run game. Yeah, I got to go back and watch that game and look at my notes and stuff. St. Brown, does he get a lot of yak? Yeah, Sam Laporta. Yeah, our linebackers got to play on point. On point. We might even put McCollum on it. Tomatoes are fruit. Here we go, see? Peppers are fruit. Look at that. Hey, Molly's in the house. We are a different team now. Yeah, what did we play them right after the bye, right? We came out, looked like garbage. Justin. What's up? Detroit has had a good run. It's over on Sunday. Zach got confidence. I like it. Tomato is a fruit. What? Get out of here. Yes, he did play safety. He was everywhere, man. He played safety. He played cornerback. He played nickel. I think I saw him at linebacker a couple times. They just had him everywhere, which I thought was pretty cool. Cucumber. That's not a fruit, is it? Dak Prescott's a fruit. Not a fruit. Cucumber is not a fruit. Cucumbers are in the same family as a watermelon. I can see that. So does that mean watermelon's not a fruit? Oh, I love watermelon. Yeah, Detroit's got a good O-line too. But, I mean, the Eagles had a great O-line. Tom logs in to 15 different accounts and gives as many likes. 30, wait a second. Oh, we got 30 likes. 28 of them were Tom from all of his different accounts. Yeah, I did not know that about Molly, Al. I didn't know she didn't like watermelon. You can tell I pay attention. Yeah, Lions are healthy, very healthy. So are we, though, so that's good. Yeah, Goff's a very accurate passer. He hits his receivers in stride. Yep, that's right, Double. That Barbara moment, it's locked in. It's up there with the birth of my children, getting married. That whole period from really 97 to about 2003, 2004. That was the best football team, man. Loved it. See what I did there, Al? Everybody arguing about fruits and vegetables now? Detroit got 40 yards on 22 carries. Okay, so that was this year? Let me go to the stats and look at this. Your ears are itching. Okay, Riley Patterson scored a 30-yard field goal in the first quarter. Chase McLaughlin scored a 33-yard field goal in the second quarter, so it's 3-3. Amon St. Brown, 27-yard pass, 10-3. Chase McLaughlin, 36-yard field goal, 10-6. Jamison Williams, 45-yard pass. He's a running back, ain't he? No, he's a wide receiver. Who am I thinking of? Okay. That made it 17-6, and then that was in 3 minutes, 19 seconds left, the third quarter, and then fourth quarter, 12-minute mark, the Lions got a field goal, 36-yarder, 20-6. We ended up, yardage-wise, penalty yards about the same. We won the turnover battle by the Bucs got a fumble. They had 380 yards to our 251. Passing was 340 Detroit, 205 Tampa. Rushing yards, yeah, they had 40 rushing yards on 22 tries. We only had 46 on 16. So it was the passing, yeah, they ate us up passing. Yeah, Monte Brown had 15 targets, 12 receptions, 124 yards. Yeah, so he wasn't getting big bombs. He was just eating us up 10 yards at a time. And then let me see. Sam Laporta had 4 catches on 11 targets. Yeah. Then nobody on our team really did much as far as receiving. We only got 3 quarterback hits in that game. We got 3 sacks, though. Kalijah Kancey, he got his first sack in that game, right? If I recall. That's when he came back off the injuries. You can't call anyone a fruit anymore, see? Good point, Double. It's hilarious. We just got like 3 topics going there, and they all mix together. Cucumbers are fruit scientifically and veggies in the grocery store. Yep. Report the chat for saying fruit. Justin, what was the payout? Half? So you got $100? Oh, wait. You got half of 40K? That's nice, man. Dude, buy us something nice. Treat the chat to drinks. Whiskey or bourbon? Or wait, or half of 200. We're running it back to 2020. This has got a lot of hallmarks of 2020, don't it? Oh, that Juravicious catch, yes, beautiful catch. Right there on the end zone. Paint color of the house. Or yes, I'm gonna paint my house purple. Do you know purple's not really a color? It doesn't exist. There you go. Let's talk about that. Craig, I don't see how we don't sign Winfield. Seriously, I think we would sign Winfield over just about everybody else except maybe worse. Yeah, I think I'm going to start not getting jerseys until after they retire. Somebody said that a couple weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. Because just think if you would have gotten a Antonio Brown jersey or a that tight end I was just talking about a while ago that used to like to goon in the locker room. Hey, Zach, did you see the press conference with Todd Bowles when that girl reporter asked about if Todd was factoring in the weather conditions in the Detroit game? And he was like, you do realize we're playing in a dome, right? That was hilarious. It's at 8:48 at his press conference. We already played it here on the live stream, so I would play it again, but I'll be laugh crying for the next 15 minutes again. They deducted 13 yards for the sack. Field goal was a turnover at the 12. .200 yards came later in the game. I've got the game book around here somewhere. It breaks it down by quarter and half and stuff. Joe, that's debatable. Our O-line is still not very good in the middle. I saw Steedy got blown up a couple times yesterday. He's really taking a step backwards, man. Baker didn't see Evans open on a busted coverage. He has a problem with that sometimes. Not just with Evans, but seeing the field. Yes, rum. That's what I meant to say. Rum. Red rum. $200 betting on Vols basketball. I got to stay away from betting. I can't do it. I like to dabble with it every now and then, but it's one of those things where red and blue equals purple. Is purple violet, though? I mean, and if you do the math and you add red and blue together based on wavelengths, you come out with a color that's not purple. Go out and get help for White in the backfield. I don't know. I think we're good, with whoever back there. Yeah, AB, man. What a joke. I've been wanting to do that forever, Double. Just get a personalized jersey. Don't know why I don't. I wanted to get one with our Super Bowl numbers, get 2 of them with the number, 35, whatever our Super Bowls are, and then have on the back, in the name tag, say Super Bowl. If they'll let you do that. Oh, Chase Edmonds' contract is over? Oh, that's right. He was a 1-year guy. Yeah, if they franchise Winfield, though, that's going to be expensive. Oh, Sean Tucker. Yeah, we could play him. And we got Laird. Wirfs at center? I don't know. He's got a big. Never heard that before, though. That's a thought. The Bodie. What's up? Yeah, it's I'm going to be interested to see how Hainsey did. I did see him. He missed helping Stinny one time. Hopefully Cody will be better next year, man. That's all I can say. Yeah, with the color purple, though, if our eyes we got red, green, and blue cones. And the way our eyes see color is we'll fire off, a red, just like a TV, the pixels. And there's really no combination for the color purple at a certain frequency. Our brain makes it up, is what happens. I don't think Hutchinson was a factor in the last game. Yeah, I think we shut him down pretty good, if I recall. Purple's a color, just ask the Joker. Michigan running back, didn't he say he's not going to the NFL this year? Ooh, probably center, man. Because we gonna be down at the bottom of the draft pick. Don't know if there's going to be any decent linemen that far down that you couldn't pick up later rounds. Super Bowl 37 and 55. I should know that, but it's the Roman numerals that throw me. But yeah, get the number 37 and then on the back in the nameplate, say Super Bowl or champs, or Super Bowl champs, something like that. I liked Patrick Lard in the preseason. They brought him up from the practice squad last week, but made him inactive so that he could get active player salary for the playoffs. Him and somebody else. I can't remember. Another practice squad guy. Yeah, search YouTube for Purple Isn't Real. It's a scientific breakdown. You know how YouTube's always right. You got to believe all that stuff. Anything on YouTube, you must believe. Get the numbers 31-9 for the Super Bowl score. Yes, Ryan Jensen is still with us. What's up, Anthony? Whether he will be next year or not, we don't know. I think he's under contract for next year. Oh, yeah. That's a good point, David. Philly's going to pick up a center. Yeah, Baker couldn't see with Tristan at center, right? We need like little gnomes, big husky gnomes in the center. Oh yeah, Craig, Cody was a disaster this year. He was not the draft pick I thought he was going to be. But they kept him in, so there's that. He's getting plenty of experience. I think he'll be better next year. Top heavy at center. Center's supposed to be big in this draft. Good. Oh my gosh, it's after 8 o'clock. My stomach was growling. I thought it was like 7. Man, we get on here, we just talk. Yeah, Tom, I think so too. Chase has played much better than I thought he was going to play after the preseason. Yeah, getting a free agent offensive lineman is rare. A good one anyhow. Unless you're ready to shell out the Bucs, and we ain't got Bucs to shell out. Romeo, you hate jerseys? How come? Double, I don't know. Yeah, there's a chance Jensen will play again, but I mean, you got to figure it's been almost 2 years. He had a couple games last year in the playoffs, or that one game in the playoff last year, but that's a long time to not play football. Don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing from ahead again this week. It definitely is a much easier on the stomach to have the lead and sit there being worried whether they're going to catch up with you or not. Much love to you, Andy. $2 million for Jensen, yeah. Yeah, so that's cheap. Yeah, Hainsey's too tall for Baker. You a Tennessee fan, Zach? Oh, thanks, Zach. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I like my shirt. I've got way too much Bucs gear. And I don't wear it on where usually I'll just come on a t-shirt or whatever. But I need to wear more of my gear. Roger, what's up? Roger, I'm just getting ready to get off, man. Why are you so late? How about them Eagles? Roger. Romeo, you definitely biased with the Mountaineers, man. Ah, Romeo, yeah, it's the whole another man's name on your back. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, D, and it's like Canales says, it's really his attitude. He just doesn't get fazed by stuff. So he's out there really getting a hard lesson and just taking it all in. So hopefully, because Canales said they did think about replacing him, but he was like, nothing phases the guy, and he's just absorbing everything we're throwing at him. So they want to give him as much experience as possible. 6 p.m. every day, Roger. Well, every day when I'm on. Monday through Friday, sometimes Monday through Thursday. This week it's been Tuesday through Friday. So, yeah, I've been in a great mood all day. Even though I didn't get hardly any sleep last night. I was up till 4 a.m. doing that instant reaction video. Because I messed up and my system wasn't working right. Jerseys are for kids. You call me a kid, Romeo? Come on now. I'll meet you outside the playground. We'll settle this. behind the stadium, behind the bleachers. Craig wants a Romeo jersey. Now oh my gosh, I should do that. Get a Romeo jersey. Well, thank you, D. We enjoy your presence here at the channel. Thank you, Alex. I'm gonna call you Alex. It's easier to say than Anthony. Anthony Alex. Is it Pig Latin? There you go. You can do that, Zach. You can have your college team in one place. Bolts and Bucs in another. Which I'm cool with. I'm cool even when people have two favorite NFL teams, an AFC team and an NFC team. As long as we Bucs fans, I don't care. Yes, Roger. Going on that revenge tour. We taking names. We got a list. I like that red and orange hat that Bowles was wearing the other day, or maybe it was Canales. That said I like that shirt he wears too, the white one with the pewter flag over here. I like that. Zach, I know I need to start doing like a giveaway or something, but that'd be expensive. Like NFL shop cards or something. For like the score prediction. Oh, we never did figure out who won the score prediction. All right, let's do that. Okay. Let me see. Did anybody figure it out while we were sitting here talking? All right, 1720. Beast is out. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay. Beast is out. MK, 1048. That was a close one, man. A close one. Black Crow, 1721. 6, 11, 17. Rampage, 24-17. Eagles, you out. Rampage, you out. Picking the Eagles. Draw with you, man. MH, 31-20 Eagles. Romeo, 27-13 Eagles. You guys. Dylan Hall, 10-20 Bucs. Okay, that's close. That's 12-11. It's 11. Right? Off by 11. Dylan Hall's in the lead right now. No, wait. 12. It's 13. 13. Let me do my math here. 20, 12, 13. All right, Dylan Hall plus 13. Kate, 10-20 again. And Bucs get 5 sacks. Oh, so close. So Kate is plus 13 too. Ralph, 21-28. All the way off. Wayne, 20-27. So that's 3-5. And then 10, 11. So that's 16. Okay. He's out. Craig S. 17-22. That's 8. And 10 is 18. Out. Al Bundy, 17. That'd be 8 and 27. 3, 5, 8 and 5. 13. You're tied. It's a tie going on. 3-way tie. I had to go back and check my math on this. Scott, 27-30. So close. 2. 18 off. Double, 35-10. Eagles, man, so close. If you would have flipped that other way around, you would have had this. Herbeston, 10-14 Bucs, and David Robinson, 10-13 Bucs. So it looks to me like it's a tie between Al Bundy, Dylan Hall, and Kate Grant. Kate said, $10.20. Dylan said 10-20. And Al said 17-27. So let me do the math again here. Sounds like it might be off. That's 12. Oh, so that's 13. And then 17, 8. Yep, 3-way tie. Yeah, the tush push stop. It was a great play in the game. Man, I'm way behind. All right, I'm going to scroll down real quick. Roger with the late prediction. 32-9. I said it, I swear. Let me see how many likes we got. 36. So close. I think that's the most we've ever had. What are y'all talking about? Talking about how tall I am? I'm 5'4". Craig, hop on real quick and put the pump up some likes. David says 6 inches of DeSantis boots, or 6 foot. I wear my DeSantis cowboy boots. That's one of those things. Once you see it, you're just like, oh, yeesh. Oh, I got to shave the beard. How about if I just trim it? I don't want to shave it. I don't want to take that bet. Yeah, I'm happy you were wrong too, Double. That was a good game to watch, man. It wasn't like entertaining. It was very, we didn't look embarrassing. But I'll take it. I'll take it. A record number of men were arrested for spousal abuse last night. I'm waiting for the punchline, Dwayne. Yeah, as long as we play a good game against the Lions, I'll be cool with it. I just don't want to get embarrassed. Got the extra like, okay. 37, yeah. We went up one. How many accounts you got, man? We're all going to get banned. No, not from Tampa, Florida. I got family live down there. I lived down in that area for about 5 years, 4 years. Really all over Florida. I am in Panthers country now, smack dab in the middle of Carolina Panthers country. Which is funny because nobody here, is a fan of the Panthers, it appears. I don't ever see anybody wearing or on the cars or nothing like that. We did see a car in front of us yesterday. My daughter said, "Oh, hey, look, they got a Panther on their car." And they had a hurricane, both kind of hurricane sticker too. They were both old and faded. I was like, I think that's the first fan stuff I've seen around here. That is the punchline. Philly smoked the most toxic fan base. I know. They worst fan base in the league, man. No, I didn't see it, Craig. The Philly fan throw the popcorn of Sirianni, but I heard about it. And I saw the video of Sirianni shouting something in the walking back to the locker room at the fans. So it was something like, "See you next year," or something like that. Boone, North Carolina. Yeah, we moved down here. We were up in Virginia Beach, and it was like a 500,000 population. It was just getting way too crowded. So we moved to a real small town. I think there's 1,500 people. We've got a larger city about 20 minutes away. So it's nice, Don't have to deal with the traffic and all the crazy people, literally crazy people. I mean, it was getting to the point where I didn't even like to go to the gas station, because it's just harassed by homeless people and people whacked out on drugs. And man, I got to get away from this mess. Yeah, there's not a whole lot down here. But I like it. It's been very nice and relaxing. Puts my mind at ease. All right, guys. I got to get out of here. Go get me something to eat. And Victory Tuesday, man. We did it. And we didn't just do it. We did it in convincing fashion. It was a beatdown. I'm not mad about it at all. I'm very happy. And I think we can beat Detroit, but at the same time, if I had to bet right now, I would say they would win just on paper. They're the better team. But we're going to look at this all 22. Hopefully it'll be out tomorrow. It has not come out yet. And we'll look at it, see what we got, and see exactly what we did and how good we played. And then we're going to look at some Detroit. I got to go back and look at my notes and our all 22 watching that game to see exactly what happened because, it was more than a day ago, so I've forgotten. Anyhow, guys, I appreciate y'all hanging out. Y'all the best, man. And, it was good. It was a good game, man. We put up a good showing. And it seems like everybody's in a good mood today except for Philly fans. And just for that alone, I'm thankful. All right. Y'all have a blessed evening. And until next time, go Bucs.